I feel like we always say this, Jake, but it's football weather.
Oh, it's football weather. You know, I was walking down on the field pregame, Brandon. I used to be the tough guy that had my shirt off, showing how tough I am. Not anymore. I'm up here all bundled up, got the gloves on, got the scarf on. We're nice and cozy up here in the booth.
We are, and we are ready to rock and roll. Both teams need this win to help their bowl chances. And a return for Michigan State to get the party started. And a good return out across the 30 to the 30. Wow, the pile's going to push him forward, but near the 35-yard line for Jeremy Bernard, the freshman, a 30-yard return. They had to deal with 30-mile-per-hour sustained winds at Illinois as well. So given all the elements, Payton Thorne guided them to victory. You mentioned the run game, and they're going to start off on the ground. Jalen Berger, good carry.
His problem was too many penalties. Sometimes it's not about what you do, it's about what you avoid.
Look at this. Little flea flicker on play number 2. High pointing it is Reed, but they're going to say he's out of bounds. The coverage by Max Melton. And so he sits this play out. We'll try to get an update on him. 3rd and 1, and now Rutgers is saying that this is going to be a false start. It appears it will be. Our referee today, Ron Snodgrass.
False start. Offense.
Looking to get to the 45-yard line. Payton Thorne over the middle. Good pitch and catch, finding Trey Mosley. Mosley into Rutgers territory with his 27th catch of the season. Jaden Reed, Keon Coleman are the top 2 targets. Trey Mosley's been a really nice 3rd option this year for Thorne. There's another guy. Look at this. It bounces off of Bernard and into the hands of Coleman. And he gets a short gain of 1 out of him. We'll see if they can take advantage of that again today. They really feel like they found something in that win against Illinois on both sides of the football, upsetting the Fighting Illini on their turf. Berger.
Here they are in 3rd and 8 again.
By the way, Jaden Reed has returned for Michigan State at wide receiver. That's a great sign. Thorne fires incomplete, trying to get it to Coleman a little high.
Rutgers, very dangerous punt return team. They blocked a lot. Looks like they're in a safe formation, not necessarily going for it here.
Bryce Behringer was named the National Punter of the Week after a great game at Illinois.
But again, it's just week over week. Just see if you can take some strides in the right direction.
They're going to begin on the ground with Kyle Monungai. And this is a great sign for the Scarlet Knights. So 23 yards there to start the game on the ground. Now they're going to go on the ground the other direction with Rashad Rochelle. And Rochelle breaks a tackle. Well, the last 2 games, Rutgers has had 62 yards on 40 carries. A much better start here today on the ground. First throw for Gavin Wimsatt, a pretty good start there. 3rd down and about a half a yard. Monungai straight ahead. It's close. So now from that midfield logo, fresh set of downs for Gavin Wimsatt. Fakes a handoff hit as he throws, and it's almost intercepted. On 2nd and 10, all kinds of time. He lost it downfield.
Playing football, but leading this unit as well.
Yeah, they say he is the heart and soul of this defense, the 5th-year senior. 3rd down and 10, Wimsatt. He has escapability. The veteran punter comes on, as he often does. Gets outside, little rugby-style punt. He has been so good in his career. 2 of the best punters in the country today.
Christian Izzian, he's a football player. He's going to blitz and he's going to hit you in your mouth, line up, and do it again.
Izzian, 39th start today for Rutgers. As Berger slips through.
You can use some of that talent on the outside, but the foundation of this offense and this team has been a physical run game.
Here they'll go to the air, and they'll drop it off underneath to the running back, Berger. Great start for him. Berger already has 36 total yards, and by the way, he's a New Jersey kid, played at Don Bosco Prep, and he's getting another carry here.
It helps slow down the pass rush as well.
And here a keeper for Thorne. 1st down across the 50.
That time he made the right read and showed off the speed.
On this drive, already 3 plays of 10 or more yards. Broussard is into the game in the backfield, and they will give it to Jarek Broussard. Broussard breaking free. A Michigan State ground game that came in 11th from the bottom in all of FBS football. They get 12 more yards there.
And look at the pad level coming through the hole here. Nice, good forward lean, and is able to run through some arm tackles.
And now Coleman. Flag, so hang on here.
Illegal substitution. Defense, more than 11 players on the field. Penalties decline. The result of the play is a first down.
Thorne. For the end zone, no. Coleman was the target.
Pre-snap getting into the right play call.
Broussard. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
Look at that off coverage up top on 3rd and short. It's free access. Here he is.
Inside handoff, stretching forward, and he's going to be a yard short as Jarek Broussard. They don't. Instead, Thorne rolls out and misses his tight end, Tyler Hunt. He had him. Yeah, Langen last week, who is such a key part of their offense, 1 target, no yards. Well, they're going to begin with Aaron Young. And that line of Michigan State ready. And that made this game bigger. Both teams 4-5, needing 2 victories to get bowl eligible. Wow, how about that pop in the hole? They had the suspensions because of the tunnel incident against Michigan. They've had injuries, and yet this defense the last couple of weeks has responded admirably. See how they do here on a 3rd and 7. Downfield, a little too much from Wimson. Not a great start for Gavin Wimson. 1 for 5 as Corsack gets a running start on his punt. Jaden Reed with a fair catch inside the 30.
He had Tyler Hunt on a 4th down that would have been a touchdown, and he missed high on both of those.
Here he flips it out to Jarek Broussard. And Broussard.
It's not all on them. The offensive line matters as well, but they're starting to hit their stride here late in the season.
65 rushing yards already for Michigan State. Ooh, bad pass by Thorne, but there was nothing that was going to happen with that play. Reed was covered. It is Elijah Collins, the 3rd down back, standing to the left of Thorne. Now Thorne's going to uncork one. Beautiful strike. 1st down. He's got Daniel Barker. Now, you said to me before the game, I'd like Michigan State to get those tight ends more involved. That's Barker's 15th catch of the season.
I was looking at him and Carr. Man, these guys are physical freaks.
And now Michigan State hurrying up to the line, throwing it again, and almost had it intercepted.
Illegal substitution. Defense, more than 11 players on the field at the snap. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
1st and 5 after the penalty. Collins waiting patiently and surging forward and getting the 1st down.
Another flag.
Close to a 1st down.
Illegal formation. More than 4 players in the backfield. Offense.
1st and 10, Thorne, and that one is incomplete. It's been pretty even. 66 pass yards, 65 rush yards. Now they get more through the air.
Guy falls forward for a 1st down. Those are easy completions.
All 11 plays in this game in opponent's territory by Michigan State, but they've yet to score. Does not have any targets yet from Thorne. 2nd and 8. Berger. That's going to take it to the 30. And they're going to be dealing with a 3rd down and 4. But this also, with Michigan State's kicking game struggling the way that it is, could be 4-down territory.
I would assume so. Which means a run is big time on the table here.
Thorne, there is Carr. That's the other tight end. Oh, he's flipped up at Purdue, but he's from Detroit, so coming back home. Lofting that over the middle. There's Barker. Right down the middle and into the end zone for a Michigan State touchdown. For the extra point. He did miss one last week, but hang on, we're going to get flags.
Offside. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the try.
The kicking game between he and Jack Stone has been a bit of an adventure this year. No problem there. Total yardage right now 178 for the Spartans, just 36 for the Scarlet Knights. Crookshank, great returner, staying on his feet out to the 33. He's back out there to start this drive from inside the 35. And a quick throw here. Finally, he connects with Sean Ryan. Keep in mind, just his 4th career start for the freshman, as Monungai is going to get just enough for the first down.
To hit the checkdowns. We've seen Thorne come to it for Michigan State. Those checkdowns can turn into big gains.
They do snap it with 1 second left in the quarter, and maybe they shouldn't have. Maybe they should have thought about it. Cal Halliday coming up, a tackle for loss. That's going to mean they'll start the second quarter with a 2nd down and 12. And that snapped Rutgers' 21-game conference losing streak. Then last year, Michigan State got revenge, winning 31-13 in Piscataway. Breaking that pass up, Ben Van Sumeren. Second play of the second quarter. Some pressure coming. Whips it. Finds his man. First down. There's Ryan.
Pass to throw the ball to.
Sean Ryan had a touchdown last week in the loss to Michigan. Whips it. As pressure comes off the edge, he just has to get rid of it.
Intentional grounding offense.
I think he was surprised when he rolled out. Ben Van Sumeren got there very quickly and forced that early throw. So 2nd and 23. Here's more pressure. Brule almost got to Whipsit. Now Whipsit's just going to tuck it and run and slide down across the 50. Whipsit escapes again. Trying to keep his eyes downfield, but there's nowhere to go. And Xavier Henderson trips him up by the ankles.
If he can get his eyes back inside, that could have been a big-time completion to move the chains.
Corsack, another great job hitting Michigan State deep. So after the Corsack punt, you got Michigan State starting within their own 5. Thorne hands it off from the goal line. No, he doesn't. He keeps it, and it turns out to be a good decision. Tyler Hunt is the 11th of 13 children. God bless his mother, Lori, by the way, but it looked like he was angry with his brothers in the backyard there. Hand off to Jalen Berger on 2nd and 1, and he'll pick up the first down. A 6-year senior into a very valuable tight end. Over the middle, caught. Little pitch and catch to Keon Coleman, left in the second quarter. And Thorne this time looking for more, almost a one-handed grab. Michigan State history with passing touchdowns and 8th in yards. Been at it a long time. A little bit of a high throw. Coleman goes up to grab it, but that's going to bring up 3rd down. Pressure, setting up a screen. Collins, first down as he's draped down by Aaron Lewis.
Holding. Offense, number 0. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 3rd down.
That's on the wide receiver Coleman, so cancel that out.
It feels like Michigan State is in control of this game, but now you got to take advantage of all the success you had and capitalize on it.
Pressure once more. Thorne got leveled as he threw it. Behringer almost had it blocked. There's going to be a penalty. They're going to get Christian Braswell for running into the punter here. And then all of that, and it's pinned inside the 5-yard line. Now starting this drive and getting some breathing room, Kyle Monungai. So from the 4-yard line, that run for 31, the long play for the Scarlet Knights this afternoon.
It adds up.
Wildcat here as they direct snap it to Rochelle. And Rashad Rochelle.
That time that was really on Rochelle because there was nothing there front side. He cut it all the way back.
After that run, 79 yards on the ground, and now Rutgers is over 80 his junior season with the Scarlet Knights. This time, though, it is not Young. It's back to Monungai. Flag. This might be holding.
Holding. Offense, number 5. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Give some momentum back and some ground to stand on for Michigan State's defense.
Spot foul, so that's why it's 2nd and 10. Wimsett on the run, low throw, scooping it up. Chris Long. 57 yards on 6 plays on this drive, and now off the play fake, high throw.
Big Ten Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you want an edge in the competitive market, Rocket can.
And now on 2nd and 10, another run, and Monungai breaks free once more. This is the most explosive the sophomore Kyle Monungai has looked all season, and he takes him into the red zone with a gain of 21.
They're giving him some holes here. Look at the right side of this offensive line, and look at the hole that creates. Bang, you could drive a truck through that, and then it's on the back to make a guy miss and take a 5-yard run into a 15, 20-yard run. Great job across the board there by Rutgers offense.
How about Monungai? He has 84 total yards. The rest of the Rutgers team, 67. Off the play fake, Gavin Wimsett got it, wide open, touchdown Scarlet Knights. Jude McIntomney ties us at 7 apiece. He has 75 rushing yards on that drive. And this is Tyrell Henry.
Offside. Kicking team number 38.
From offensive coordinator Nunzio Campanelli, who's the interim OC after Sean Gleason got fired a few weeks ago. And now on the ground, Jarek Broussard. Good start on the drive for Michigan State, but that's an interesting position for Nunzio Campanelli to be in after Gleason gets let go. Now remember, he was the interim head coach back in 2019 when Chris Ash got fired.
And it's hard because you're trying to put your stamp on the offense, but the guys have installed the previous coordinator's offense all year, so all he can really do is add some new wrinkles. That was a great wrinkle on the previous drive.
Now, this is about as good as both of these offenses have looked. Some pressure coming over the middle, batted down.
And he had a man-to-man and did a good job of executing throughout the play.
Broussard through the contact. Another run. Trying to stay on his feet, and the pile pushes him forward. Needed to get to the 50, and I think he got there. 22 carries the last 7 games, but he's got 8 here so far. Now they return to the air. It's been a different story this year, but still Bull hopes if they can win 2 of their last 3, and passes like that will help. Last year, first team All-American, and he had a great game against Rutgers. There he gets 35 yards. Now on the ground to Berger, and Berger almost lost that. Would have been a disastrous turnover, obviously, for Michigan State. 2nd and goal. Thorne, end zone, too high. On 3rd and goal, Thorne lost it, back in the end zone, high pointing it, Malik Carr. There's a flag, and they're going to say it's incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 2.
Reed in motion. Berger gets it straight ahead. Berger extends and scores. Touchdown Spartans. Played at Don Bosco Prep, well-known prep school in the Garden State. Extra point. Good, 14-7.
Give a guy a book to read about leadership or maturity, or put him in a class, but young guys learn maturity from experience, and that was the value in some of the challenges they faced this year.
Cruikshank, all Big Ten returner for 3 straight seasons. A flag coming in.
During the return, holding receiving team number 27.
Sometimes this can help a quarterback. A defense might get into a vanilla. Sometimes they get into prevent. You have a package of plays, you've operated a bunch. It's a good benchmark for him.
Monungai got hit in the backfield. At least is able to dance forward for something.
Which helps him out on the edge. And think about it, your tackles and your tight ends are more lean, athletic bodies. It's hard to move a guy that's 300 pounds.
2nd down and 8. And this play going nowhere. They will run it. It's Young. And Young getting to the outside and fighting forward for the 1st down. And another run. Young again,
Man.
lowering his shoulder right into the chest of Kendall Brooks.
He's got an arm. You could chuck one at the end zone. I don't understand.
This one is interesting. It'll be Wimsatt keeping it, and he needed to get a yard for the first down. He was brought down.
An impossible situation.
Wimsatt, another run. Monungai straight ahead. Okay, so you're a pass away from a possible long field goal. They do have the one timeout. Wimsatt running away from Avery Dunn. Complete Monungai, but the final seconds are ticking away here.
Timeout.
He is going to take a timeout, even though the clock shows zeros. I think he called that with 1 or 2 seconds left. Well, that's not going to help your Hail Mary.
False start. Offense, number 55.
And they are now, after the penalty, just going to go down to a knee. 38 degrees, 10-mile-per-hour winds right now at East Lansing. Here's Cruikshank, bobbles it, picks it up, and is level at the 16-yard line. And he is, it's Jones that's down.
Not down by more than 7 points to start the second half. Knew he would be getting the ball back, and with a young quarterback said that was the right decision.
A couple of short passes to the outside to try to get in field goal range for those timeouts, but interesting sequence nonetheless. Rutgers now gets the ball here to begin the third quarter. He has 106 yards on the ground as Monungai. Here he is again. I mean, coming into this game, Monungai 229 yards on the season.
Identify the blitzer and pick him up.
Langan goes in motion. They need 5. Here comes pressure. Wimsatt tries to loft it. Too much loft.
You'd like someone to get open to help out your quarterback.
Adam Korsak, is he going to run this? Well, he thought about it, and then an awkward punt off the side of his foot. He's done that a lot this year. That's kind of his style. He's got to have a story. I just wonder what it is. 1st and 10. Berger, nice move. And Jalen Berger.
You kind of feel really good about your chances to win.
This time Thorne keeps it. Aaron Lewis, by the way, started his career briefly at Michigan. Didn't play, then transferred to Rutgers. So last week he played Michigan. Now he's back in the state of Michigan playing the Spartans this week. Thorne, beautiful pass. 3 catches today for Reed. He now has 103 receptions since the start of last year. First team All-American a season ago. Back to the ground game. Berger breaks free. Avery Young finally corrals him at the 25. Last week, 128 rushing yards. Today, 147 for Michigan State. Thorne lets it fly. Touchdown. What a pass. And Reed pulls it in.
Another really great pass by Thorne. That's 2 of them on this drive down the field.
Payton Thorne, Jaden Reed, who played together as seniors in high school at Naperville Central. And now that connection continues 4 years later here in East Lansing. Cruikshank upended. Flag.
During the return, holding receiving team number 8, 10-yard penalty, first down.
They've just shot themselves in the foot so many times throughout this game.
Monungai, who's had a great game and somehow gets a little something out of this. Monungai, very smart kid, had a ton of Ivy League offers. Underneath, Johnny Langan, his first catch. Johnny Langan, who caught that last pass from Wayne, New Jersey. Played at Bergen Catholic. Now Wimsatt. He throws it behind Langan, trying to go right back to him. And a fair catch. And after last year's 11-win season, Mel Tucker just hoping to salvage at least bowl eligibility this year. Thorne hasn't batted down. Going on to the NFL from 1993 to 2004. His son Mayan, a senior now for the Scarlet Knights. Reverse. Thorne's going to be a blocker. And Bernard is escorted out of bounds by Robert Longerbeam after a short gain, 3rd down. It's Spartans 4 of 8 today on 3rd down. They need 7 yards. Thorne, pressure. He got hit right as he released it, and a flag comes in.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 12.
10 penalties. They came in 8 penalties a game, 14th most in the country, and that's only gotten worse today. So Michigan State's offense stays out there. Berger with a gain of 2 before he stood up.
And get back into bowl game contention.
Another tote for the Jersey native Jalen Berger, 1st down. Keep in mind it's an offensive line that's without Jarrett Horse at left tackle, without Matt Carrick at right guard. But it's a unit that played well at Illinois and playing well here today again. That time there was pressure through that offensive line, and the throw high to Reed. Thorne to the air, underneath, Carr. Takes 2 to bring him down.
Holding, offense, number 58, 10-yard penalty.
It really wasn't needed.
Pinballing his way through the middle of that defense, Jarek Broussard to the 35.
That potentially means they're bringing pressure.
3rd and 13, setting up a screen. Collins. And Collins does not get much. The Rutgers defense rallies. So instead of a 48, 49-yard field goal, it's going to be a 4th down and 9 try. Thorne, too tall.
Big Ten Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you want an edge in the competitive market, Rocket can.
Joins the program as an equipment manager, ends up trying out as a walk-on and earns a spot. And last week, gets that punt scoop, scores it against 5th-ranked Michigan. What a story Timmy Ward is. And Greg Schiano says he eventually, once he walked on, they were doing special teams. Like, who is that kid? We need to put him out there. And he's become a valuable part of their special teams unit.
It's the exact kind of guy you would want on your team, a leader. The path he took to get here is extremely, extremely difficult. And it was great to see him score and get that moment. Awesome, awesome story.
Yeah, awesome story. And good report, still cancer-free. Good job defensively here by Jalen Hunt, coming up, keeping him to no gain. And now, from the 41-yard line, a 2nd down and 10.
Jalen Hunt's been having a really good game today. We called his name a couple times and talked about he was inside, moved outside. It's tough for the tackles to block him at 300 pounds.
Couldn't get back at the beginning of the year. He tried, but he just wasn't healthy. This is only his 4th game back. And now he heads to the sideline before this 2nd and 10 play. And remember, Young has Rutgers' only touchdown in this game. Gavin Wimsatt, the freshman quarterback. That throw was disrupted, and it got nowhere near Shamin Jones. 3rd down.
Michigan State was only rushing 4 there, but they ran a little game where they're stunting guys, they're twisting guys on the inside, and eventually number 5, Michael Fletcher, was able to get around and hit Wimsatt, and he's lucky that one didn't land in the hands of Michigan State. But if they pressured with 4, you can expect a blitz from Michigan State. They've been heavy blitz here on 3rd down, and can really affect the quarterback with guys in your face, obviously.
Wimsatt stepping up. Plenty of time. Good pass. Aaron Cruikshank, the leading receiver for Rutgers, keeps the drive moving. A 1st down grab of 28 yards.
There we go. It's a great throw by Wimsatt. Great route by Cruikshank. You see he was able to separate down the field on the corner route out to the sideline. Now you're down. Chance to put some points on the board. The run game has been successful. Love to see him get back to that, and they got Wildcat in here.
Yeah, Johnny Langan is in there with Wimsatt on the sideline, and he's going to run it. Backing his way at 235 pounds for a few yards. They've used in Johnny Langan's career him in a lot of different situations, including Wildcat. That's the first time, though, we've seen that in a couple weeks, Jay.
It's kind of that Taysom Hill role. That's the Saints guy is Swiss Army knife, does a little bit of everything. Langan, a former high school quarterback, so he's got experience back there. And again, just trying to find a way to win on first and second down, emphasizing the run game.
Look at Langan. He's passed it, he's rushed it, he's caught it in his Rutgers career. It's going to bring up third down. But Johnny Langan has known interim offensive coordinator Nunzio Campanelli since he was 8 years old. He was his former coach, Campanelli is at Bergen Catholic. And they helped win a state title there together back in 2017. But now you've got a tough third down here, and this might be 4-down territory for Nunzio Campanelli in this offense.
If you're playing to win, it's got to be 4-down territory. And you know, again, it starts with avoiding the mistake, but if it is 4-down territory, either convert here, they're back in Wildcat, so you're expecting a run, maybe a wrinkle though, maybe a pop pass.
So Rashad Rochelle takes his second snap at quarterback, hands it to Cruikshank, and Cruikshank takes it inside the 5, stays on his feet all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Heavy personnel.
Langan trying to run it in. No, last second, a little toss-up pass. And it's batted free by Kendall Brooks. He's trying to get it to Matt Alaimo, who only has 2 catches on the season, but it didn't work out.
Well, he rolled the dice on this one. I mean, you know, the last thing you'd want to do is throw an interception down there. And trying to catch Michigan State off guard. They ran the Wildcat dive earlier. They were not fooled.
And Langan is going to stay in. Yeah, credit Kendall Brooks. That was a great play defensively. This time he's going to run it. No signal. It's close. Wait for it. Touchdown. Johnny Langan is in. Jude McAtomney for the extra point. And that caps off a 9-play, 69-yard drive. And Michigan State will have Indiana and then at Penn State. Bernard from the goal line. The speedy freshman. To the 24. Jarek Broussard. Thrown to the ground by Jameer Wright Collins, although Collins threw him forward for an extra yard to the 30. Gain of 6.
Their success has come from running towards the edge of the defense. It's been a lot of outside zone, and last week they said they found some light against Illinois. They liked running these stretch zones, some pulling plays as well, and you got your backs. What it allows them to do is they can work laterally before reading the defense, putting their foot in the ground and getting downhill.
The attack has been very balanced. Michigan State has run the ball 27 times, passed it 29. Here's the 30th pass, and it's incomplete. Mosley tried to reach up and grab it. 3rd and 4.
If Thorne could have hit maybe 3 or 4 of some of these misses he's had, I mean, he's missed in a number of situations with guys wide open. And he's rolling out to his right. He's a right-handed quarterback. That's what you want. And look at Mosley. He's wide open. That should be an easy completion. And you wonder now, is he in his own head? I wonder, you know, and they might need him here on 3rd and 4.
Reed in motion. Thorne downfield and batted free by Avery Young against the tight end Tyler Hunt. No flags. 4th down, punting unit on.
This wasn't the easy one. The easy one was on 2nd down, and he's kind of lucky that Igbinosun didn't come down with that one. But again, I mean, Michigan State really has had a chance to dominate this game and take control in a number of situations, but there's been some missed throws, some penalties that have proved to be very costly, and all of a sudden it's Rutgers ball once again with the chance to tie up the game.
And after that touchdown pass to Reed, Payton Thorne just 1 for his last 6. 26 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. It is Gavin Wimsatt back at quarterback. We saw both Johnny Langan and Rashad Rochelle take Wildcat snaps on the last drive. Here's another run for Cruikshank. Another good run for Aaron Cruikshank.
Keep coming back to him. He's been such a huge part of their ability to move the ball here in the second half, and he's playing with such emotion. You know, as a player, there is something to be said about a heat streak. You're feeling really, really good. You're playing with confidence. Would love to give him the ball a little bit more on this drive.
Got 11 yards there for a first down, and they'll let it wind to the end of the third quarter. Greg Schiano's crew last week struggled. As we start the fourth quarter, Brandon Gaudin, Jake Butt, Rick Pizzo, Manungai, good game for him. That good game continues. He has been running with purpose. Up over 115 yards today for the sophomore from Roseland, New Jersey. Why not? Give it right back to him. And he got met and dropped by Cal Halliday. But he did get enough for the first down.
He's real patient when he gets it, but he's eventually makes that decision to go. And when he's made that decision, he's been running angry and punishing. Usually it's the defense delivering the blows, but not today. Manungai is having really a great game.
Rutgers collectively 198 rush yards. Remember, the last 2 weeks they had 62 rush yards total. Cruikshank, and Cruikshank is tracked down to the backfield. Xavier Henderson was the first to get there. It's going to be a loss of a full 4 yards. Rick Pizzo, what do you have?
Well, Brandon, Cruikshank's going to need some help at that wide receiver position. Shameen Jones has been in for the last 2 plays. Sean Ryan, as we speak now, coming back onto the field, spent some time in the tent. Last few plays was walking up and down in the sidelines right behind the coaches, letting them know he was ready to go back in the game. Now back at full strength, Rutgers is at the wide receiver position.
Well, in the third quarter, without those guys for part of it, it was all Cruikshank. Cruikshank didn't have any yards in the first half. He had 74 yards in the third quarter alone. But he went backwards 4 yards last play, so 2nd and 14. Whipson fires a strike, and a good strike to Johnny Langan. First down into Spartan territory. 17 yards for Langan to move the chains. That's Cruikshank last quarter, the do-it-all guy, including to being an explosive kick returner. Wisconsin transfer. Gets a breather on this play. And Manungai able to keep his feet and legs driving forward. Manungai again. I think for me too, Jake, it's kind of been his patience and his ability to shift direction quickly. Aaron Young could come back. All of the running backs could return. Man, he is just running strong. And credit that offensive line, kid from Ohio, that they're very high on. We have heard the pads popping on several plays today. First down run there for Kyle Manungai.
And look at this, Michigan State's one-on-one coverage with the receivers up top. They're over-committing to stopping the run.
It is a 5th straight carry for number 23. Will they give it to him here on 2nd and 7? No. Whips it to the air. Too tall.
One-on-one coverage up top.
Whips it 13 for 23 today. And that one is batted free. No flag. Native of Derry, Ireland, who used to play Gaelic football in his hometown of Derry. And this one is blocked. And it's scooped up and then dropped again. Speed had it. If Speed would have kept it, he had the speed to go the distance. But not to be. However, they do keep Rutgers off the board. It stays 21-14. Jarek Broussard, a lot of space on that right side. And he carries a gang of Scarlet Knights to the 39-yard line. Here's the block.
So we talk about double teams on offense. Well, that's 600 pounds of Michigan State on the left guard for Rutgers, led by Jacob Slade. And And they knock him out of the way and are able to get the block right in the path of the field goal.
Thorne fakes the toss. Quick throw underneath. Tight end Carr. And Carr tight ropes and then finally shoved out by Young.
The field goal kicking's a good point though here. If Rutgers can keep Michigan State, force them to a 4th down, the field goal kicking hasn't been great.
Berger dropped in the backfield. Only 1 sack combined between the two teams. And no turnovers in this game for either side. Thorne runs it up the middle. Reed in motion. Thorne looking that way. Instead, he gets Mosley coming inside, and Mosley gets clipped. Just 1 for 3 this season for Patton. He missed last week from 31. This is from 34. To make it a 2-score game, no problem. Right down the middle. He's 13 of 24. And now he's 14 of 25. Jones, who got injured earlier, back in the game. And with that second effort, gets 11 yards and a 1st down. 4th start of his career and another completion. Speed slipped. Now wait, a late flag.
Pass interference, offense.
Put the football all the way back at the 21, 1st and 25. So you try to get some of that back on the ground, and they will. It was a 12-yard carry, so now it sets up a 2nd and 13. And Wimsatt will go back to the air. Gavin Wimsatt missed him.
Look at Michigan State. Looks like they're going to drop out of that pressure.
They do. Wimsatt time. Wimsatt, nobody to throw it to. Now he does get some positive yardage.
Potentially got a chance to go to him.
Well, instead, Wimsatt is taken down by Aaron Brule.
Holding offense number 59.
In his time at Mississippi State, big one there. Gets the Spartans the ball back, flags fly.
This year, it had to happen within your initial first 1 or 2 steps after the snap. So that's an easy call there for the official standing down inside the box.
Spot foul, so it is 1st and 23. Wow. Hey, there's a flag down.
False start. Offense.
1st and 28.
Number 77. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
That's on Ethan Boyd, redshirt freshman. And Thorne goes the other way, try to set up a screen. And Daniel Barker is brought down. Inside run for Berger. Berger brought down by Izzian. And Greg Schiano is going to take that final timeout. And that's what they'll do. They're not going to go anywhere. So now they can let this clock go all the way down. It's an interesting decision. Do you just try a really short pooch punt and try to pin them as deep as you can?
All things considered, I probably would. You got a great punter. Tucker called him one of the best in the nation. Maybe you take the delay of game to give yourself a little bit of space.
Little space.
You know, you force, Rutgers has had all their success running the ball. You force them to go 90+ yards trying to do it through the air. You like your chances.
He's just going to let it go all the way down and take one of his 3 timeouts. But yeah, a field goal, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, because if you miss it, then you give them pretty good field position. And if you make it, it's still a 2-possession game.
State, they're first. This is the 30-second timeout.
Did hit earlier from 34. This from 47. Snap and hold are good, and the kick looks good, and it is. So Michigan State had only made 2 field goals the entire season into this game, and Patton has hit 2 here.
It's been really hard for Rutgers to overcome.
So Rutgers is going to have no timeouts and 3:22 to go, and they need 2 touchdowns.
And you rep those same 10 plays all the way through spring, all the way through camp. Sometimes it's a place of comfort for a quarterback.
This time wide open, good pass to Johnny Langan. Great start to the drive for the Scarlet Knights.
Oh, another flag.
Yeah, flag came out. Could this wipe out a 28-yard completion?
Looks like Monungai might have held Brule.
There is no foul in the play. First down, Rutgers.
So they pick it up.
Remember on the last drive, Monungai didn't block Brule, he gave up the sack. That time Brule is coming on a blitz and Monungai meets him. They end up picking up the flag, but that gave Wimsatt a clean pocket to hit his tight end, Johnny Langan. The first completion's always the hardest.
Well, he's got that under his belt.
Look at the defense. Cover one. They're looking like it's manned up across the field. Now they're rolling to zone.
And Wimsatt dancing around, waiting, and then he's just going to his safety valve, Monungai, and Halliday takes him out of bounds around the 40. At least for Gavin Wimsatt, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. Remember, he threw 3 in the second half last week in that loss to Michigan.
Michigan State was showing press man. They rolled to a deep zone. Good discipline by Wimsatt to hit the check down when it's there.
Surprising they go to the ground game, although it has been successful today. But there, Simeon Barrow made a nice tackle on Monungai. Running again, Monungai. Willie Tyler's big number 77 was trying to push him forward. They do get enough for the first down. Inside at 2.5. Wimsatt just gets it off to Monungai somehow. And Monungai's going to take it all the way down inside the 30. Watch Brule coming from behind. Well, Wimsatt gets rid of it. Ooh, Crookshank. On 3rd and 3, Wimsatt. He's got Langan. First down. Wimsatt once again to Langan. Langan to the 3.
They called him short, though. They got second down over there. That's why the clock is still ticking.
Wimsatt. Flag. Trying to go back to Langan.
Holding. Offense, number 59.
So now 2nd and 11. Wimsatt in zone. No. Double coverage. No flag. Right now they're at 4 and 5.
No safety help in the middle of the field. Now they're backing up into it.
Escape in the pocket, flag. Touchdown, but will it stand? Sean Ryan grabs him.
Holding. Offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty.
Rutgers was at the 4. They've retreated 20 yards back to the 24. Wimsatt is taken down by Avery Dunn. They've got to have it. Tossing it for the end zone, and Jones caught it! Shameed Jones hauls it in against double coverage, and Rutgers still has a heartbeat. So that's good, and everything's going to hinge here on the onside kick. And it's not going to work, because Michigan State jumps on it. Trey Mosley, there's also a flag because Rutgers jumps.
The icing on the cake.
One of the guys left early, so it's going to be declined. Michigan State can go down to a knee and end it.
Offside. Kicking team, number 2. 5-yard penalty added to the end of the play. First down, Michigan State.
And boy, Rutgers surged ahead, hoping for a miracle. Well, never mind. Thorne down to a knee, and now they're going to have to separate the bodies here. This is the last thing we need. Fellas, come on, get to the sideline. And Michigan State wins it 27-21. 453 yards of offense. A good mix of the ground and through the air. 256 passing yards for Thorne, 197 on the ground for the Spartans in the victory.